Flat Earth British, Martinliedtke speaking. Welcome people. Welcome to the Great Flat Earth British think tank on a Sunday in 2019 somewhere, or so they say. So how are you all? Very epic? You got happy hats? You excited? Good, good. It's going to be epic. So we're going to look into a few subjects. It's going to be a torrent of information, this one, guys. We're going to be looking into the age of empires. Okay, the Phoenician Empire, or the British Empire, which is supposedly, according to the official narrative, the biggest empire in history through its great navy, the greatest navy in history, apparently. They like to brag a lot, but there's, not real. So, are they the greatest empire in history? And what does empire actually mean? Well, EM, Pyre, as in fire. So we're looking at the age of electromagnetic technology, which is how they gain their power. The age of empire, empire. Okay, cool, eh? Another decode. Thanks, Mel. So we're going to look into empire. We're going to look into some Piranesi. We've been thinking about Piranesi's works and how exceptional they are. Is there some photographic process going on? Some unknown skill? Silkscreen printing? Projections? Who knows? Well, got a video which shows you apparently how this was done. Okay, which is interesting. And 1,000 thoughts besides. Okay, we're just going to roll with it for today. And I'm going to just roll it off for Sunday. Okay, so have the vibration. Okay, we're going to talk about aspects of parasite language, which is this Phoenician tongue. They got everyone speaking, and all the other aspects as well. There's very few languages which are outside of it right now, and we're thinking it as well. So that's unfortunate, isn't it? Spells. Okay, the parasite mindset, which is going to come up in this empire. Okay, how they do it. Okay, you're in it now. You're in an empire. You're in Phoenicia. You have one ruler. You have the queen. Okay, check it out. So, oh, excited. Peace and love. Okay, make sure to subscribe to all those YouTuber things. Donate. Help me. Yeah, I'm in a shit. That's right. I'm skint as fuck. So help me as well, if you can. Anybody out there, because it's not an easy ride. I do work, but I work for nothing. I do it all for nothing. British Empire comprised of dominion colonies, protectorates, mandates, and other colonies ruled by an administrator, the United Kingdom, and its predecessor states. It originated the overseas possessions and trading posts established. This is quite important. By England between the 16th, okay, late 16th, so late 1500s, to the early 18th century, okay, and then, by then, at its height, we have the largest empire in history. Is that true? Well, no, it's not. I'll show you now. And for over a century, the foremost power. But by 1913, the year before the First World War, when they cull millions, okay, got proven the nations, the empire held a sway of 412 million people. That's a third of the world's population, guys. They had just before the First World War. The Brits. Okay, so when I was a kid, they had a big sort of map on the wall, and the teacher used to stand me there with a stick, and they used to shout out destinations, and I used to just point them out like that, because I had a ridiculous knowledge of geography as an early kid, because I was basically born on ships and grew up on ships. So what they did like to brag about, especially Mr. Lewis, he was a crazy Phoenician, is all the pink bits belong to us, okay? We own it all. But they're not specific about how this happened, like the killing and murder of millions, you know, economic embargoes with cargo, starvations, diseases, you know, complete and utter annihilation of some peoples, everything cleansing, get the place exactly like you fucking want it. That's one way. There's a couple of ways, okay? All the pink bits, taken by force, okay, by this tiny little island here, the Scepter Dial. It's weird, isn't it? What's going on there? Well, it's about empire, electromagnetic technology, don't you know? I don't know why I always say that in fucking Chinese. It's really weird. Don't analyse that. So they come along in Phoenician ships. This I haven't got a figure out, but this is apparently John Corbett's boat. Where in his second voyage to the New World, which is actually the Old World. Okay? And they got all these, you know, the territories. You all know this story. So that's at 1763, 1776. This is bullshit narrative. African slaves work in 17th century Virginia by an unknown artist in 1670. So they got Africans, but we know as well that the indigenous people of Florida, which is most of the South of America is called at that time, 7 foot high ginger Native Americans, yeah, where the cowboys, I got this from Dolly J Dream, cowboys, right, in Britain, they come to your house and they do work and they fucking break everything, right? So they're con men. So they use the word cowboys. Cowboys are con men because they're con men and they're conning and getting everyone high on firewater and shit and giving them diseases and killing them all off, probably just for really bad aims. So this is another Starfort, St George's, founded in Madras in India in 1639, or so they say. It wasn't, it was built by the Romans, they keep saying this. Okay. And the British, oh woe is me. Have you heard of camouflage? Yeah, if you do camouflage, I can guarantee you will save many, many men. Instead of standing out like a sore thumb dressed in fucking red thinking, well, we're superior, nothing will harm us. Because it never worked at Rorke's Drift, did it, with the Zulus? So that's more like you expect. See, he's like white man, isn't he? This Indian, or this Native American. Yeah? Tatars. And there they are, suppressing the poor old Indians. When they got to India, 1839, one of the politicians came back. He said, these people have no poverty. They have unbelievable society. We must break them. We must introduce an education system, get them hooked on drugs, do everything else, and we'll fucking steal their country, all their wealth, all their gold. Which is what they do, by force. Okay? And trade, because they got this maritime thing going on, because it's the Phoenicians. Okay? Have this, box of tricks. Queen Victoria, not amused. I got better tech than that. I'm looking at that box though. What have you got in that? So, let's see what's actually the narrative for that, shall we? Okay, it's Benjamin Disraeli, he's Prime Minister. Okay, and he's coming to Queen Victoria. New crown for old ones. I got a better crown. Better tech. Is it a better happy hat? Looks a better happy hat. Why would Benjamin Disraeli be taking that to her? This is the charge of the Light Brigade, guys, in the Crimean War, okay, where 600 Brits run up the Valley of Death, cannons to the right of them, cannons to the left of them, cannons behind them, 600 rode, according to Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem, and they get to the Russian guns, and they fucking batter them, and the Russians never step out again, because they're thinking, fuck me, they're mental! Which they are. The British. And the Tommies in the First World War trenches, nearly 1 million men, just after that date of 1913, 1914, they are sent by the million to the death. They got the population right down. The Phoenician, the empire needs men. Australia, Canada, India, New Zealand all answer to call, helping by the young lions and old lions. Defy his foes, enlist now. Why lions? And there they are, the culprits, the cronies, gangsters, oligarchs are gangsters. They're all gangsters. Royal families are all flashy fucking gangsters. It's all they are. And they ain't even that flashy. They're scummy in their ways, and they're all fucking like paedophilic by nature, and they're Phoenicians, so they're child sacrifice and everything. And a lot of people actually know this and just like think, I'll just go with it. So fuck that. Fuck that. It's just like they're killing you and you're like happy for it. It's just weird. George, cronies, look at him. Look at him. Fuck off. Fuck off. I think that's Al Alamein, the first victory in World War II of the British at Al Alamein, where we beat Rommel, or so they say. So that's Indians. That's the way you travel. It's like that now in British Rail, so I found. If you can get a train. And Eden, so he's another one of them fucking politicians. They got bad karma coming their way. Whew. If I was them, no, which I'm not, I would say to myself, I think I better get out with this Phoenician thing. Better start fucking, like, getting back to the people. It's on top. They've woke the fuck up now. It's on top. Yeah, exactly that. British Empire. What does empire mean? What does empire mean? Okay, in the Greek, it's empire, as you'd expect. Pyre, as in fire. Okay, Pyre, pyromaniac. Pyrons. Helicopter outside. So, an empire is sovereign state functioning as an aggregate of nations or other. That right over my roof. That are ruled by an emperor or another kind of monarch, like a fucking queen. Okay, so in an empire, which you're in, okay, Phoenician, you're ruled by one person. Okay. And in this day and age, you just borrow everything off the Queen, and I don't think it matters where you are either on this plane. Everything seems to belong to her. Empire is often used to describe displeasure to overpowering situations. Now, check this out. Now, if they'd have told me this in school, which I had a sneaking suspicion, you know, I had seen Zulu Dawn and other films, that we might be a bit pushy as British. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking they're fucking pushy. So they do it. A Tartarial empire is an empire that is gained through direct military conquest. Oh. An empire is taken by direct force. So basically what they've done is just gone steaming into everyone's countries, taking them over and fucking them up. And we're living in it. I haven't got my name down for that. I don't think it's fucking cool. Okay? Give it back. The hegemonic empire, on the other hand, is an empire that was created by exerting influence and coercing other states into doing things like drugs and drink and their entire Phoenician setup. You know, all them flashy lights and neon lights they got in every city with all them big fuck off skyscrapers. Yeah, that's them. They weren't there before. It was all Tartaria. It was lush. We went to Technasmia. So obviously they weren't the greatest empire. We know this by Tartaria. This is around the same era, guys, and they're showing you, okay, 1600s. Tartaria is bordering Moscow. It's coming into Europe. This is Poland. So I'd say here. So it seems that we, you know, with the Tartarians, even at that period, they had the whole of Asia, and probably a good most of everywhere else as well, but it looks like the Phoenicians got a foothold in just Europe and here. The Romans, the Phoenicians, okay, all in modern times, all post-flood. Okay, this is quite interesting in the Caspian Sea, and has been spotted before. There's a giant tower, and there's another island with a tower on as well in the Caspian Sea, which is the largest lake on Earth. How it got there is remnants of the flood, I think. Also with the Black Sea, which is not a lake. Okay, so Tartaria's up to there. Okay, so it's not the greatest empire, because look, they're there in this map. We're gonna have a look at a few of these pictures later. Many to show you. So I was looking at the lyrics for Rule Britannia. I don't want to play it because it's like puke, but the lyrics are, when Britain, I'll just show you. They're fucking wrong about that, weren't they? Because we are. There was a bit about, is it by, oh yeah. No. So, excuse me. So, they come out of the Azure Main. Now, the main is the sea, and Azure is the Azure Sea. So, they are coming out of the Blue Sea. Okay? Arose from the Azure Main. So, I'm not saying they landed on ships from the sea. They're saying they arose from the Azure, so they come up from the water. The Phoenicians, and it's in Britannia. But it is a puke song, so obviously you're not gonna fucking play it. Blech. It's like that shit they have in the Royal Albert Hall every year when they all sing "Land of Open Glory," you know, fucking waving flags. It's vile, vile. I'd love to be able to show you this, but it's never going to load. And it's basically a Lead van der Haar atlas of where Tartaria at 1733 is bordered, and it shows you emperors, Caesars, you know, kings of the sea, Caesars, taking over. But it's never going to load because Gallagher's don't anymore. They're just not playing presenti. So I'm going to pass you to because it's one of the best I've ever had, and I've got many Lead van der Haar atlases, but that one shows you extraordinary things. But it won't let me go through. Anyway, Empire. Just previous to all them events I'm talking about, right, is this artist, okay, around the same time really, he goes to, actually let me just bring it up on another browser, he goes to Italy, Sicily, etc., and he depicts the most incredible stuff, which is Piranesi, Giovanni, I think it's Battiste Piranesi. So I'll have a look at a couple of these now, right? I know I buggered up my last fucking vlog doing this, but it is going to go with it. So I'll just have a little bit of volume on a bit of 432, which is very soothing for the soul. Okay. Piranesi. Flooded world. Yeah, Gallagher's a fucking crap. It won't load. Like any of them. Tried earlier and I had to start again on my vlog. We only got for 10 minutes in, thankfully. Oh, thank you. So, wow. We're looking at Starforts in a minute. Like that ain't fucking technical. Mausoleum. Mausoleums. Oct. This one's an oct mausoleum, so there's 8 somethings. Okay. Were they really mausoleums? Is that all they got after an antiquity, after a reset, after a civilization? There's loads of dead people buried. No people around buried them. So here they are. He's had his Phoenician nose chopped off. People didn't like him. Everything's been underwater. Okay. And it's his Aquatech behind. I believe his Vortex Path technology, Aquatech, which are masters of. Probably helped with the longevity. They're killing everyone now by 80. And this is giant bones. Now, these I've talked about before. I think they're canoptic jars. I really do think they're keeping giant bones. Now, they are giants because you get people and giant jars, giant bowls, and a giant's bone. That's what the picture's about. He wants to show you that giants were there. And these huge jars, they are absolutely massive. So, a giant's bone. He must have been a rather large giant. Somebody asked me in my comments, how big do you think giants are? So we're going on the size of the doors, maybe 25 foot on average, but I know they come a lot bigger, like that one I just showed, which is more Titan. Okay, and this is the world he depicted. Now, schools of thought, guys, I suppose, you know, if you go with like the school of thought of what is an artist thinking and interpreting, okay, because he got all the Phoenician, everything's underwater, pineal glands, everything we know about giants, and the collection of obelisks from conquests, which are all technology. Look at the height of this. These resonators would keep the whole of this going. Wow. Piranesi. Pyramids. So, I'm guessing if you're going to be taking, you know, details of ruins, catacombs, bunkers, what have you, they're there. You know, you're not going to make that up, if you know what I mean. So why would you take the measurements for old stone and just make up the fucking rest? It just doesn't make any sense. This is the ruined world. Look at the trees. And the way, you know, it all grows after, you know, you'd see after it would have been underwater. Which is exactly the way it looks. Which we'll talk about a little bit in a minute, because there's been a find in Wales. Oh, look at these hexagonal blocks, this Roman floor. Look how they fit. Polygonal blocks, look how thick they are. Wow, that's a floor, that's a road. Okay, excuse me, sorry about the loading speed. And as you can see, how high were these? Just incredible. So, Piranesi. We have plenty of Piranesi. So I can give you this. This is an idea of what he does. I'll show you some more now, right? He shows you these. The entire world wrecked. These are beautiful depictions in this book, but you can get an idea from Mud Flood because it shows you all the slurry and everything still on the buildings and all that watery stuff that you see. Excuse me. As you can see, you still get the water features. Phoenician. So they were still there pre-reset. When they came in, infiltrated, built their pumping stations, which I suspect are these Starforts as well, which I'll show you in a minute. Good evidence for their pumping stations coming up, by the way. Okay, from some books that I decoded, I had to look at about hydraulics in Starforts. So they had a massive society. It was huge, built for the giants. See? Pyre, Pyre, Imperium, Empirical. Oh. Colosseum, Flavian Colosseum, which is the Colosseum there today, which has been underwater. And a Phoenician holding something on his head. I suppose it's Atlas, which holds up the sky, not a ball on his head. They made that up. So the mud's coming this high to the Colosseum, or this one. And the mud's up that high. So it's just, I suspect, just deposit from the flood and some sort of liquefaction of the soil, of the mud. Look at it, it's up there. Any doubts? This is mud flood. It's pretty hard to deny, isn't it? When it's mud. You know, you're not going to build all your buildings and then half bury them in mud, because that's daft. And they build bunkers because they know. You see it in every depiction. And they say these were for gladiators. I say that they were water towers. That's the one in Verona. They had sand in the bottom for filtration. They were having the best of water, and they were delivering it to 5-story high buildings, guys, or as high as that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I suspect there's one below. 5-story buildings would have been able to be fed by water in Rome. 1 million population at that time, the oldest ever. The size of this, wrecked, built by giants. 4 giants, skeletons there. Oh, statue, and everything else is buried, as you can see inside. Okay. Piranesi. Ice cream van. Wrecked. It was a theatre, or so they say. Look at that. Just all sort of liquefied into one. Wow. Fragments of antiquity. Phew. Fucking couldn't. Have a look more of these bunkers. So they got houses, or I guess these are tombs maybe, inside this giant vault. You know, they build this stuff. And a Phoenician lion. So, Charabanewskis, could they be fins and not wings? They're watery, aren't they? I wonder what all these little cubicles are for. Pigeons? Family of Augustus, eh? Well, they like to keep their lot together. Like, I'm guessing these for giants. Huh? Who knows? So, Piranesi, guys. Piranesi is absolutely amazing. And it shows you the giant world. Okay, so need to move on. I'll show you some more later, at a later date. So, they say on this video that they know it's about, oh, excuse me. Where's the two? There. Printmakers for Piranesi's time. So they're saying on this video, full credit to whoever made it, State Library Victoria, is how it was done. And they got, basically all it is one depiction magged up on. But it's quite a telling picture. So they're heating something. Is that what you do with photographic process, or with, you know, making paintings or engravings? I'm not sure. So there's heat going on, some sort of alchemy, and this is how the printing process was done, apparently in Piranesi's time. They do mag up a bit. Ooh. Purple bastard. Purple people eaters. Is this still screen printing? He's engraving there. Okay. Not sure. Not sure what that is. There's a liquid coming out the bottom of there. Is it silver nitrate? Okay. How are they doing it? That's your normal press. I get that. I wonder if it's ahead of Caxton's press. Ooh. Some of them are so detailed, you see, like this one there. There it is there. Which I have. Phoenicians landing with their bullshit. Look at that on a bridge, guys. That's a bridge. Wow. And we see these. I just showed you some. They're absolutely mind-blowing. And the Oculus. I'm guessing this is... I'm not sure if it's the Pyre, but it looks like with the Oculus. But this thing's been wrecked and underwater. As Rome was only a short time ago. 400 less years ago, maybe. I think they stopped the calendar and it's difficult to say. Switched it back on later. And this, sizing tiny little people. When we're all supposed to be like medieval fucking, you know, mentality, and they're building this level of, you know, mathematical geometry and everything else. Advanced as fuck. Everything's buried, as you can see. Half there. Half buried. So, not that it might not load. Let's take a look at Rome in modern day. In Lead van der Haar. If it doesn't load, excuse me, we'll just struggle. This is the Vatican. What are you finding this though? There's no one there. I spotted 3 people in the whole album. But it might be early in the morning. Let's have a look. Yeah, Gallica don't want to play. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's almost there. Give me a second, people. If it doesn't load, I'm going to skip through. I've got plenty to show you. Like, literally loads. It's 4:30 UK time. It's an awful shame if they don't. There you are. So it's St. Peter's Basilica and square with the Roman, excuse me, Egyptian, Phoenician obelisk. With no hieroglyphics. There's one in another part of Rome, and this. You get the 3 mountains in the North Star. So it's Mount Meru, I think that is representative of. So there's no people. Looking at the shadows coming from that way deep, I'm thinking it's maybe 9 in the morning, something like that. But you'd think there'd be someone around. 1890s, 1883. This one, I think. 1883. There should be someone around. And this is tech. These pillars. And water. Tech. And apartment blocks for nonces. Because this is part of the Vatican. They got nice shit. But they're luxury. Their own currency, their own army. Do what the fuck they want, they think. So it's loading up like a motherfucker. So St. Peter's are in the Vatican Palace. That's just a different angle of that beautiful waterfall. Fountain, excuse me. These are for ram raiders. All this tech and this iron. I don't know what that is. Ooh. I wonder. Trip up on that. Maybe it's the tire horse of. Yeah, tire horse of, maybe. There's a horse and a carriage. Shells. Dome. Blank. Statue taken out. Hole for something. You find this a lot with some of these. You get empty on churches in Britain especially. You get loads of empty slots where they've taken statues out of a deities. Probably not going with the time considering it was a demon or something. Okay. Excuse me. And inside. And it's just ridiculous. Not many statues. Pont is bridge in Welsh. I think it might be in French as well. So pont, yeah, maybe. Pont, pontifact, pontiff. This means bridge, doesn't it? Pont means bridge. So what's the bridge between? Between being, you know, with your family at home to their evil mindset. So I think these Charabanowski's wings are fins and not wings, because they're watery, aquatic beings. Yeah? Come out to the land and grow. Maybe. Take some time, who knows? Oh, the laurel leaf is so significant. Wonder why. Oh ho ho ho. And the wobbly columns, which are a thing. They're in Flat Earth British website as a thing. Okay, they're called wobbly columns. Okay, they're regarded as wobbly columns. Because what, you know what they are? Yeah, wobbly columns. Oh come on, sweet fuck. Never mind. Okay, we'll leave that one. Anyway, there's one there which is quite sweet. Bring it up, it'd be bloody brilliant. Which is an anomalous stone sticking out of the ground just opposite the Colosseum, and it's all on mud. Anyway, moving on. Monsters! This is a book of monsters. Okay, why they're depicting them? Do they exist? Who knows? But according to this book, they're there. And we're gonna have to take a look at some freaks. Okay, monsters. Libradavo. Okay, monsters. Not really getting a year on that cover. Here's your year. So it's a Kirsta sort of item. Nostramu. All in Latin. Yes, I know. Oh, demon, it says there. Don't have to decode that one. Yeah, I know you can translate Latin. Away. But I can't read it all. I don't have that much time in my life. Look, this is apparently walking around the realm. Only 350 years ago. Did you buy that? What's going on? They go fucking nuts on the gene pool? Or did they just introduce different stuff from elsewhere? And they all got names. You know, the one with a face on its belly. 2 heads. 4 legs, 2 arms, like Krishna. Bet he could run. And you get like hybrids like you do on Invasion of the Body Snatchers when you get that. I suppose he's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier with a bloke's head on. Really fucking horrible. Hate that. This one ate a man. Just, I don't know. Just legs sticking out. Okay. So Cherebanuskis as well. They're really freaky. And they mess with the gene pool, haven't they? He's got 1 head, 2 bodies. He's got curly feet. They look happy though, them 2 cows, I was just thinking. Close, not through chain. Giant insects. Insects with monster faces and like huge locust. Dolly gone wrong. And this mustached sheep dude, double-headed snakes, chickens. Apparently all real. And freaky plants as well, which you won't see in the modern day. All existed, apparently, in this book. Who knew? I say that a lot, don't I? Who knew? But really, who knew? Horror. It says horror there. Cyclops. Cyclops. We know about him. We heard about him. He's got 1 eye. Ooh, let's have a look at these. I've got no arms. I've got no face. It's over there on a leaf thing. Oh, I seen one of them on Doctor Who. Ooh, they're horrible. Little Mohican, no arms. Ugh. He has an open wound. I fall over a lot. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Okay. I've got a happy cat. Claw, a snake toe, and a thumper. Thumping. Like thumper. He don't look happy, that pig. He's probably been... This is probably witchcraft. They've probably been had spells done on him. And this has effigies. And they probably just turned into like a frog. Or a freak with a happy hat. Yeah, they could be spells. That'd do that. That'd do that. Alternatively, it could be gene splicing. Okay. But apparently they were there in 1577 to 1657. There's monsters, curiosities and wonders. So these apparently existed, okay, in places when they landed. There's the woman with 2 and a man with 2 heads, or 1 head stuck together. He's looking at her though. Anyway, connected bellies, connected backs. They sort of have that in freakiness now, don't they? Siamese twins, which the science community seems really interested in, apparently. Oh, let's have a look at that one. Oh, it's a butterfly. So, monsters. So I'll slightly that book, guys. I don't want to go through it for ages. You get the idea. In apparently 400 years ago, the place is roaming with are they connected? Yeah, I suppose they are. What the fuck is that? Do they share it? What the fuck? Wow, that's so weird.
Mini-me, I'm going with you. The plane, boss, the plane.
Yeah, it's a plane. I know, it's flat. So, yeah, that's just too weird. Pretty strange now. I don't like all that. Ugh.
Ugh. He's constantly ziggling out of his ear. That's nasty. I'm being beat up a lot. The fuck is that? Wow. Huh?
I don't know what's going on. He's got a belly, really. It's weird. Really. And he's got like holes to connect computer components into the back of his head.
Ugh.
I was going to say it's a boy called David, but that would be cruel. Beckerhead, I don't know.
Oh, I'm B-man.
See a bee man. He's got a head like a hive. It's cone heads anyway, so at least they exist. We know that anyway. Then women are wearing cone heads. We know what the fuck's going on. You can't hide it from us. Ooh, he's hairy. She's hairy. She has a beard. Okay. Confusing. Maybe somebody can explain. Don't explain. I'm not interested. She's too weird. Bocatus. Bocatus. Gotta watch him, Bocatus. So, they look slightly aquatic to me, but you know, what do I know? Everything's aquatic to me. So, Book of Monsters, they got 500, 200 pages. I'm not going to go through them all because I want to upload this. It's 25 now and I want it for Sunday evening video. This is brilliant. It's a weird book of these tour of these two travellers, and they go like across Tartary, etc., etc., between 1829, 1884, and they just weirdest depictions. It's all Phoenician. It's all Phoenician. And the landings and sailings, and they come to strange lands. And it's just beautiful depictions, look. See? Scepter. Empty night. All, probably everything going to go up in smoke shortly. Yeah, definitely. She's a conehead. You're busted. We know where you are. Oh, double-headed eagle. And it goes through the whole of Europe. All the houses, all with their faceless night setup. All the same fucking gang. You ain't in it. Good. Fucking good. Ooh. That's nice. Can't turn it around though. So I'm linking that up because it is beautiful. It does show some sort of events because you can see everything in mud up as far as, say, that on that column. And what about these? The size of that bloody tower for people. The size of the doors. Yeah, giants had it going on. And everything wrecked as I try to explain in this. Okay. But you can't spin them. This one is in J696. There was a stinky event. Okay. So it's all in French. Easy to decode. Easy to read for some of you. More antiquity. They got some sort of charter in here, which like many people have signed. I don't know what it's all about though. Check that out. Crazy. I think that might be Elizabeth or something. Yeah, it might be. You've given her a bow. Is that a bow of Erebus? Your head's lit up. And you're giving her a bow and you're giving her a quiver of light arrows. So, yeah, I'm sure there's millions of clues. Has music. Has events. This is some sort of fair. We pay a fair. 17 I785, and there's a giant pole. Might be a maypole. Who knows? But how high is it? I don't know. Brabant. 1790. And you get these then, which are Phoenician, Fasces, crossed setups, but all in beautiful colour. Let's have a look. It's one of their strange ass cannons. Fasces is underneath. But ever present here, guys. Ever present. Hak hang nitma tunya. Tunya. Tune. So that's a tune. Mason. With a I831. So some good shit in here, guys. I'll give it to you slightly too, because there's going to be a lot in this, but I'm on a zip on. I do love some of these depictions in here. Were pretty cool, methinks. Like this giant bunko booth. Shame it's on his side, that picture. I'm very sorry. That one's not, though. Check that out. Oh. Some sort of... Oh, they're jousting. That's a fucking stupid sport, isn't it? Get your eye out doing that. That's... I don't know. Somebody who had their eye out. I hear Henry VIII had a bit of a nasty lancing accident. It's your fucking fault. Anyway. So, something's exploded. It could be fireworks. Incendiary is fireworks. Okay. So I'll pass you this, guys. There's loads in it. See where they're all bookmarked for information. If I get to... Oh, here you can see this sort of thing going on. Double-headed eagle Phoenicians. La 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 la. Okay, and this. So they're very detailed, guys. Amazing depictions. Strange church, that. Looks like buried, I guess, in that smoke. Very cool. Wow, look how much detail is in these. What are these? What are these? Huh. Everywhere. Boxes of arrows. Quivers. Don't know. Mag up, see what the fuck is in there. It's like pots of arrows. Can't really tell. Anyway, let's move on because I've got too much to show you. Now, this was in my local newspaper. I'm from Wales, so Walesonline, and they found 6 bodies on top of a cliff, and they're saying there's a shipwreck. We had a tsunami here in 1609. Took out St Mary's Church in Cardiff City Centre, but left others in situ. And it took a generation to sort of basically get it better. But this is just down the road from me. Skeletons of at least 6 people were found on a Welsh cliff edge. Skeletal remains were found by archaeologists at Cumnash in Vale of Glamorgan, which is 5 minutes away. I could get to the Vale. 10 minutes walk. During the 8-day evacuation, expert teams recovered eroding remains of part of the largest rescue project carried out in the area. Initial findings suggest the group may have been victims of a shipwreck. One of the skeletons describes as a younger individual, while others found side by side in a single grave. So they buried themselves, but they're high up, aren't they? They're up here. That high up. And the sea's down there, isn't it? So there was a giant tsunami in the cliff face there, showing it. So Cardiff University's looking into it, where I'm from. They do a lot of shit. They're high up though. 6 bodies, all the way up there. Shipwreck. Cluage for the tsunami and the events. Always how the fuck's the ship up there? Ew. Right, mud use. This is basically really cool, actually. It's the British Isles, Europe, America, and the Middle East in these amazing depictions. Let me show you now. So this is apparently from Cosmographia, and it shows you the antique world, Middle Ages, but check out the skyscrapers and the minarets. New York ain't got nothing on this. Okay, it's amazing, isn't it? And it goes through like a bit of the official narrative, but the depictions in it, and it's really well presented as well. Okay, so it goes into the Romans, southern Britain, but the time scales, if we bring it all recent, change it to what we know, soon into Tartaria, and you'll be more on the mark. There's Celtic band in there. Arts and crafts of the Cotswolds. I love the Cotswolds. Beautiful Cotswolds. The Wales.
Wales, they wank higher than anyone in Rome.
Ireland. I love Ireland. Go in there. Danube. That's a nice song, the Blue Danube. Strauss. Croatia, and it goes across Europe, Cyprus, into Prague, and Germany. So I do enjoy it. Can't show you it all, but it is a beautiful book to look at. I'll just give you links in the curio. This is one that come out of that curio for Constantinople, right, in 1490, or I-490, and it has a plasma discharge event which hit the Hagia Sophia, apparently. You know, got cracks everywhere. I don't know what that is. This is Constantinople, okay? A miracle happened. A big thunderbolt came out of the sky and just fucking... This one had a rock fall out, like a big stone that landed. Like I've been talking about. What about that? So in 1400s, Istanbul's been taken out by some plasma discharge event. There's a Hagia Sophia. Look at that up there. Weird. Trees all taken out. So just showing you, it's there when you look. They show you these things. This is an interesting thing. Coins. Okay. They were found in one area. Okay, I don't want to go on the time scales, but it's found in India, and they have small pieces of metal, but they all show temples depicted on them. Check these temples out. They were found in these areas here in India. Okay, I don't want to read all the narratives too much, but these sort of temples. Now, they might not know, the people who were doing this, but I think we certainly know by now with Antiquity what we're looking at with the Resonators. Ancient coins, all showing Antiquity, double domed. Yeah, Resonators. Look at that one, triple domed or double domed, and that one for trident atop. So got a trident on top and 4 pillars and double and domed. What about that one? Tuning forks, guys. They can be used for healing too, as well as destruction. There's always 2 sides to it. Look at this one then. Atop the Vajra Thunderbolt. Wow. Oh, it's so sweet. So coins depicting Antiquity. These ones got what? Just forms. Look at this one. Looks like something out of, you know, futuristic thing, like a Dalek. And that one, stupa. Dedicated to solar disc or chakra of Vishnu and Krishna. Krishna. What about this? The swastika on top and a tuning fork. Look at this setup. Tech, guys. All tech. All depicted in ancient coins. And of course they would. Now this is brilliant, guys. We talk about Starforts a lot. I just showed you some. If you don't know about them, they shouldn't, you know, we know nothing, very little about them. We've been decoding it. We found out that they were built by the Romans recently. We found out that they were later a German, you know, went to the, you know, the hierarchy, saying these things are hanging around. I think we should utilize them, maybe for military conquests or what have you. So they like literally tarted them up later. So then they were ruined and they're already. I think they're pumping stations. They like, you know, they think you've got, you know, think that these are for maybe gun ports. Yeah, but look at these serrated edges in here. These are breakers, I think, for water, and these certainly look like the water's going to pump straight out. Let's go back a bit into this and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, it's a book of hydraulica, etc., and it will show you, you know, how deep they go, which is very deep, and the hydraulic mechanisms. Okay, they go very, very deep. Okay, so let's bring that back up. Now, they show you these hollets on quite a few of these pictures, and they look like what you'd see outlets of dams, etc. Just give you an idea. So they're massively technical for this book, which is like 1600s. They're advanced now. They'd be like stealth bomber designs. But initially, I think the Phoenicians put them there to get water off the land and to keep their elites in to survive electromagnetic attacks during EM battles, empire battles, electromagnetic fire battles. Charge! You've been charged, mate. Charge your weapons. Charge? You mean lock and load? No, I mean charge them. No, I haven't got an electromagnetic gun. No, we used to have. Now you got a bullet. Yeah. But we still use the old terms from when we had shit, because now we're crap. I get it. We were advanced. You, no shit, Sherlock. You have no fucking idea. So, Starforts shows pumping holes, and they go deep, and they're advanced, and they have these towers as well fixed into the sides. They're amazing, aren't they? I think they're later edition though, by the look of them. So, there's 500 pages to this book, guys, so like it goes on and on and on with Starfort goodies. Okay, much to be learnt, and it shows you examples of Starforts too, like so. Shit hot, and they're all by water, and they show you, oh, if I could get back to that image, they actually show you and pumping the water in through some sort of what looks like pressure system to get like immense pressures. Pressures are fucking scary, man, if they get it like really high before they blow, you know. I imagine water pressure being really fucking spooky, but air pressure too, or gas pressure, or pipes, when they get into maximum pressure, you know, and they're like rattling, they're gonna go. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff is pressure. Under pressure, pushing down on me, pushing down on you. So this is a tour through Europe, photographic journal. Okay, treats, because we always look at vintage photographs. I've shown these before, but they're all on my old channel, but not all of them. Trip for Europe, 1893. It shows the remnants of the old world, and it shows the existence of the new world, which has just been built like relatively recently. Okay, so let's pull that up. Okay, so you get, I guess, in this is Naples. Okay, Napoli, where you've got millions of people living under Mount Vesuvius. That's fucking asking for it, but they don't seem to be bothered. And it's smoking there. I'm guessing they'll know before. And there's huge military presence in Napoli, but it comes into Europe. Germany is beautiful. These look wrecked. On the Mediterranean coast, you'll see many of these examples. Look at this. That's Napoli again. Look at that upon a hill. So you can take these away. I'm going to link them all, and you can look at them at your leisure, because I haven't got the time to go, examine really closely. Now look at that, layer after layer after layer. City, vaulting, below, water below. Where's our water coming from exactly? And that water, well, under here, isn't it? Amazing. And I would like to say what that is, but it's layered, 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 layered. Stairs down to there. That's one high building. If you stood here and looked up, look how high it is. And it's Greco-Romano temple up here for an entrance. I bet the water was right there. I bet, like just like Venice, you can come up with a boat and go into this building. All the rest underwater. And it's a pyramid in a cemetery, because that person wanted to be buried with pyramid tech. All gone technology. Funny thing happened on the way to the forum. St. Peter's doesn't look like a photograph though. No people. And the Colosseum. So you're gonna have the greatest, one of the 8 wonders of the world, and across the road, nothing, just shitty buildings. No offence, like, and nothing there, just woods and mud. I believe the Globalites are parked in this street by here in recent days. Somebody took a dump. Some stranger walking past. I don't know. By his favourite dump bin. Oh, that's nice. What's the time? It's just coming up to 11 o'clock. Big sundial. Proves the earth is flat. What time is it there? It's no time at all. Maybe a short shadow, maybe midday. So yeah, they're amazing, these are. Absolutely amazing. So I'm guessing there's a couple of you in chat now, 1 or 3, all the guys. Peace and love to you all my friends. They're all there. I can think of you all now. Make sure to share this out, please. Do whatever. It's crazy, isn't it? So I pass them to you anyway. I'll give you some other examples. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Lee sent me a documentary yesterday. You're not permitted in these vaults at all. They blocked up all the entrance to the catacombs of Paris, where 18.5 million people lay. They blocked them. And if you go down there, you get lost, and they found loads of dead bodies where people never get out, guys. So catacombs, this is religion at its best. Okay. Doing strange ass voodoo rituals with deados. Creating battery power. Piezoelectric batteries are the bones. They're battery banks. They are battery banks. Banks, another Phoenician word. Bank. Born in water. We come out of water down the birth canal. To be delivered by the stork. And the Phoenicians. Wow. In the Phoenician centre of Venice. They got their certain taste. I got that for a resonator. So, Globalites was here again last week. I think they got booted out of that square. Okay. Yeah, I like Venice. Good time in Venice. I did. Have a good time wherever I go. Anyway, passing them on to you. There's some other examples here. This one's been seen a few times, and it shows you Europe further on, and you get exterior conduit devices with like wiring on the outside on the tiles. They only do tiles in black, don't they? But in this case, you've got some white tiles. Why don't they have all white tiles? Would it be too reflective? Would it blind out planes that are not yet invented? Why do they have white tiles? Maybe they do. I don't know. Look at this for Antiquity. Holy shit skins. Look at it. So. And Phoney's, pyramids, and a tombage. Okay. In Vienna. Oh, Vienna. What's in the jar, mate? What are you taking in there? Huh? What are you taking in there in your ark to survive the flood? That's what's going on. So this is the world over 100 years ago compared to now. Now you've got all like big flashy signs saying "Eat our fucking muck," which is probably, when you get down to it, it's probably going to be something like Soylent Green, guys. They ain't going to fucking tell you. Go and analyse your meat out. I bet it's exactly like Snowpiercer. I bet they're cooking. I bet they're feeding you fucking bugs. You wouldn't even know. Yeah? Do you want to see what you in Wales fucking used today? They had a restaurant in Cardiff got closed down because it was covered. You know, the floor was covered in mouse shit, and people were eating in there. It's fucking. Don't even bother. Look at this, modern blocks, and all the millions of people that occupy this beautiful place. No, there's no one. Because I don't think they're yet occupied, you know. So these go on and on. I'll show you now. These, I'll give you a few more. This one. Excuse me. Flying British. You were calling Flying British. The old world, even the new world. It's always fucking Pinterest. So you can see it's massive, absolutely massive, and everything else is just low and crappy. Not crappy, but not all that compared to this. See what I mean? Same builders? My ass. And what about this tower? What's all over that? Is that scaffolding? 1880s? 1893? Or is that some sort of communication? Like it looks like. Another tower there. I suppose 1893 it could have been. Look at that for a window. Man, oh man, oh man, they're amazing. So obviously I'll give you all of these pictures to examine closer later. And this is a collection of manuscripts that I dug up because I like to give you all sources. So I can't read them all myself. In it. All of this, it's absolutely brilliant. I went through a few and I've downloaded a few as well. So it's ancient manuscripts, Christian, Roman roads, the storming of the Bastille. Okay. Carolingian, Merovingian, Roman dinner, Renat, and I've basically downloaded. I'll click one just for an example. They're absolutely beautiful paintings and medieval manuscripts. Okay, show you one. And you bring it up, you can download it, and it gives you all the information on set painting and artists. So there's a source for you all, guys, and you are not Gallica for medieval stuff. Now, here's some of the medieval stuff and other stuff that I've downloaded to show you on Pics.The, and then I'll be uploading this. So, more Phoenicians. I'm not sure what he's doing. Is that a crow's nest? Is that the sail? So that's taking them. Is it just on the front mast? So why is there no sail on this? How are you managing to get a bow? See what I mean? And it looks like they weren't keen on the people with the halos back in the day that came up with their breathing apparatus. Slit his throat. Get me up to height of that tower, damsel in distress, because there was some strange stuff going on with Rapunzel, let down your hair. And then apparently she's got the shit. She's got the laurel leaf, and he's like, I want it, fair maiden, I want it. You are not worthy, but I am. Now, Hieronymus Bosch, 1500, strange art artist. What we got to think about is why? What is he thinking? Everything is apocalyptic. You know, you got a nun there beating on some guy's ass with a hammer. That's not, it's going to hurt. There's a couple in bed with a demon on the end of the bed. You remember what John D said? Everything was just fucked up on this place. There was demons running wild and all entities and freaks of nature, apparently, according to the Monsters book. So there's a couple there, and she's got like crabs. She's got crabs. So that happens. And strange beings and resetting is what you get with Bosch. You get piebald dudes, like these dudes as well, with weird happy hats. Look at that. What's that do? There's ego. He's got ego. And you have these strange sort of beings similar to what we've seen in that depictions. And 500 years ago, Bosch is thinking about the whole world burning, sinful goings on, freaks of nature, terrible acts of depravity, and the local man with a happy hat is conning people with, guess which one he's got the shell under? No, it's in my hand. It's a little dog. So some things don't change, but everything's ruined in the background. So in the centre, just like you get in a Voynich manuscript, you get watery goings on. It's always watery goings on, isn't it? And that is Hieronymus Bosch with his strangeness. Same old, allegory, whatever it is, with the tech. We're on a stone. We're getting out of the way of all of the terrible trouble that's going on down there. Look, hang on a moment. Hieronymus Bosch is 1500s. Why has that guy got a top hat on? Top hats weren't around in the 1500s, peeps. They come along near the Victorian era. They weren't even there in the 1700s. Apparently this is St. Catherine. Be nailed up. Not Catherine, Saint... a woman. Apparently they nail up them too. They do a lot of that sort of weird stuff. Anyway. Up in the dome, the controllers. The whole world burning. Because they got the tech. The Empire tech. And everyone's living in teapot type houses from the future. Everyone else is just like, there's a lot of nakedness going on. Folk-14 demons riding your back. Just all like deeply fucked shit, really. When you're, you know, goes down. Look at this. So he's got like a, you know, he's got some idea for what he's drawing from somewhere. They're supposed to be Garden of Eden. Okay, Adam and Eve. Okay, and it's like God. It's like, get the fuck out my garden. You take that apple. It's like knowledge, isn't it? Atom. Could be. I'm stealing this fish. I'm Catman. Catman stealing a fish. So long and thanks for all the fish. And they're just thinking we might be the most intelligent on the plane. We haven't got a clue how advanced the animals are. The whales, the dolphins. They're just probably just pissing themselves at us. Everything in it is John Lennon. Everything in this reality seems like superficial, meaningless. The way they got it, a deeper understanding and Tartaria and everything is different. This Garden of Eden. This is the device he sees for resonating, which basically keeps up the water dome. In the middle of a lake in Mount Meru. It's Mount Meru, which I think is also an artificial device. I think there's a hole as well. So at this time he's painting Noah's Ark landing on top of Mount Ararat. Everyone getting down and all the animals dispersing. But there's still people underground, survivors. A lot of dead laying around. Haven't they been eaten? Still survivors. It wasn't only Noah and his family. It was a gang. There's loads of people all over the plane. Mountain tops and stuff. In that flood. That particular flood. Look at him, Miss Droogie, yeah. He's got like a funnel on his head. Hard to say. Strange days. So, Hieronymus Bosch. Middle Ages. Dead futuristic. Look at that. Resonator active. An angel with two peeps there. An angel on a ship with two peeps naked. Why is everyone naked? Why is he riding a thing naked? Whale. Whatever. Naked. But yeah. And everyone else. Demons are dressed, I fucking notice. See what I mean? Magpie giving him a letter. There's nuns. Little nuns with no bodies. It's because they're nobody. And demonic entities eating all. It's just an allegory for this parasite, isn't it? Parasite mindset. Has to be. This is Judgment Day. Hieronymus Bosch. Which seems to happen at the end of every epoch or age. So that looks like a drill hole, doesn't it? Man-made. Machine made. Don't know. Difficult to say. Very strange. So I think this is Turner, not Caravaggio. He paints Venice all the time. An absolute beautiful. I've been going through a few of them. Turner. He paints events too. Look. He paints events. So just random objet d'art. He's supposed to be esophagus, but they got these same jars inside. So I'm not sure what that is. Let's have a look. And the Phoenicians again. And they got Cherubanuskis this time, with naked upon the riggings. Frigging in the rigging, because there's fuck all else to do. Tartaria. Let's have a look at Phoenician stuff. that's not going to turn round. Such a shame. Let's mag it up anyway. See that demon there? They show you all EM armor, because basically chainmail will protect you from electromagnetic technology. So it says there CCC. So look at this. CCC locking code, 2 rams. FFF for fuck's sake. And locking code. So for fuck's sake, CCC. It's a bit of a giveaway. Oh, all of this with the Dutch, William of Orange, Freemasonry, and the colour, and just all makes sense. So the Fasces like things, drums, sound, vibration, Romans with people from the Middle Ages, Romans with people from the Middle Ages, because they're all there exactly the same time. The whole world is wrecked, trees are snapped, everything's been underwater. Okay. Now in this these depictions, it will show you Bassopolis ruined, as I suppose it's supposed to be. It's ruined in the same fashion as Baalbek, and the Fleet Landing, taking stock of what's there musically, some of the strange antiquity, like some sort of enclosure. Sorry, they don't spin in this. Apparently, oh, they do rotate. I could rotate it there. Excuse me. Yeah, they're in Australia. Don't fall off. And you get this. All mud flooded outside these enclosures always. Difficult to say, guys. So yeah, it's going to cross Tartary, India, shows you Moguls, Tartars in this bookage. Okay, and their day-to-day customs, items, like whatever that is. Any ideas? Looks like a distiller, doesn't it? Yeah, is that a distiller? Yeah, not bad for the day and age. Eh? I picked up my distiller on the Silk Road. This man has never cut his nails, and he's never cut his eyebrows. He's looking right at you. He's looking at you. So, acupuncture points, which doctors do not practice for some weird ass reason. Otherwise, you know, if we were all on holistic therapies, everything would be fucking dandy. The Phoenician lady has got he's got a load of dots on her stomach. Not like that. Snake charmers. This snake wears glasses on the back of his head. And they're giant snakes, aren't they? They're the same size as men. So he's licking him. I love him. So the great snake in the sky, which looks like a bit of root. I don't know, but it looks like a giant's tooth. It doesn't look like a tree trunk at all, does it? They got beehives everywhere. This is beehive land. I think it's because after reset, like, there's not many plants, and they need loads of bees to pollinate, and they need honey because it's so good for you and everything else. So they just go mad on aviaries. Look up here, it's all beekeeping. So what's that one? It's like a tuft, doesn't it? With a root. It's a giant's tuft. He's looking at it. I think it's a giant's tuft. It's not a tree trunk. Don't know. Too difficult to say. Abdomens of something. And landing in a land where everyone's very apologetic. Thank you for coming. And you get the languages here. Very interesting. Character Norman. Let's have a look what we got here. What I recognised. Armenian. Georgian, Azerbaijan, Maldives, not Maldives, Malab, wherever that is, but Sanskrit, that's from Ceylon, which is nothing like Sanskrit, Siam, which is, any more I can understand, so, Asian languages, which I collect, and I write and save, and you all have one common source: phonetics. Check this out, guys. Water tech. Therma Gianu. It's something to do with giants, isn't it? It's a thermal giant. It's a thermal giant. Okay. Now these are tree trunks, guys. It says here that this is a spruce from Ceylon. And that one's from Madagascar. Okay. Not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is. But these are tree rings examples that they find important enough. And these giant jars, look. And enclosures. Sarcophagi. And giants, as we come closer to Persepolis. Giants. So with this giant, he's got a little guy, he's going to try and give him this, and he's going like that. Right, there's nothing in that, I'm just showing you what he's doing. And he's saying, I'm picking up the energy, dude. That's some fucking amazing fucking catch. So he's like, I don't think he's passing it to him. I think he's doing some sort of energy exchange. He's got a mad happy hat, so is he. And she's going to give him something as well, the giant. So giants on cliff faces. And is that a giant's hand sticking up out of the ground? And you've put this building on it. See what it looks like. And there's blood coming out of the finger as well. It's like, oh, paper cut. Madamak. I think it's a giant's hand sticking out of the ground. And more of these crazy mud flooded enclosures. Now I got one book by Inigo Jones states that the Romans, the Phoenicians built Stonehenge. And these things, you know, what was in this enclosure? Where did it go? And we know who built it. And Mesopotamia, and it gets closer to... Ooh, is that a griffin? He's stabbing a griffin and he's stabbing another one. But yeah, we get to Persepolis. So we have some bas-reliefs of possibly the Assyrian Empire, and the same Phoenicians, all the same. I'm spotting it everywhere now. Yeah, there's Persepolis. Yeah, completely ruined, mud flooded, giant civilization. That's what we're looking at. Awesome. And some of the plans for it. A mud flooded Persepolis. Isn't that incredible? And this, what about this? Right? It's a huge sort of block, so I guess it goes deeper underground. Very, very futuristic, these windows, etc. Look at that for a break. What kind of weapon would do that with that? Lightning? Plasma discharge? They're doing more of that energy exchange thing going on. Ooh, he's got chicken on his head. You pointing at me? You fucking pointing at me. There's a thing going on there. Some jousting. There's a lot of jousting in this one. More language. Language of the parasite. I have to go soon. Bloody gotta eat something. And happy hat tech. He's like looking at his happy hat. He's thinking, fucking hell. Look at the shit he got. I only got the one. He's got 3. I will happy hat you. Fuck off. He will. He'll happy hat him. Zzz. And then the door is all the way up here from where it's flooded. We'll go in there. And more giantage. Possibly. This guy's got that 2 faces going on. Could be just like a personality, multifacets, split personality, or them. And the controller's doing the deal with the happy hat shit going on with a laurel leaf, and is standing on the shoulders of giants. This guy's got a head 3 times bigger than this dude. Well, this book, Conquests of Giants and Mud Flood, and these temples in the cliff faces, and all the mud flooded civilization in ancient language. It's mad, isn't it? Look at that. Look at the size of that thing. And there are all these cliffs all in the cliff face, a bit like Petra. Okay. And more of their ancient cool shit. This one is Baku in, I guess, now Iraq. Baku oil fields. And this is their shit. Look at this, guys, right? So it's all water at the front. Look, is it? Yeah. It's a bathhouse. They just set it up in the middle of nowhere. They do that, Phoenicians. Well, this one, guys, in the Middle Ages. What do you reckon that tower does? Is that like a horn, so everyone comes in through the door, calling them in for food, like the Mordor do in Time Machine? What do you reckon, guys? It's cool, isn't it? So I'll give you this book. This is more water tech. Okay, up from the mountains, layer after layer after layer after layer. Look at this for a flagpole. And look at that for a civilization. They got some nice gardens there. Okay, they sorted their shit right out by then, the Phoenicians. Here they are. Okay, got minstrels going on. They're annoying. And these giant forecourts with giant flagpoles with no flags on them doing something completely different. I don't know what it is. Then big fuck off telescopes and Phoenician dams. Did the Victorians build all the dams? You sure? What about them? Pretty sure, aren't they? Yeah, it was the Romans, wasn't it? Now, this is my local leisure centre, Western Leisure Centre, Ely, Cardiff, calling it out, where people walk their dogs. Okay, now we don't have Christmas trees in Ely. In fact, our local church is covered in dog shit. They hang hang dog shit bags up on a fence, guys. Yeah? Everyone's been adding to it. It makes me and my son giggle when we walk past. They're anti-crackhead devices. So basically, if you're walking through here and any crackhead walks up to you, just grab a shit bag, fucking throw it at them. They're excellent weapons, a shit bag, guys. But how fucked is society? They want to hang shit bags on a fence. Take them home. Right, this got passed to me this morning. Mad Geek, who's going to go on the Global Light Tour, and it's a book about Xerxes, Greece, and it tells you all about Phoenicians. Okay, but I haven't had a chance to read it all because I only got it this morning. But thanks, Mad Geek. Okay, Canaan was the favourite colonization of the Phoenicians. Yeah, while Phoenicians possessed trade in the north and the west, they drew themselves the commerce of the south to the east, which is said to have opened by the Egyptians. Having become masters of several commodities harbours towards the bottom of the Arabian Gulf, they established regular intercourse with Arabia and the continent of India on one hand, and with the eastern coast of Africa on the other. They landed their valuable cargoes, which brought from the oblate meetings of Aleph, the safest harbour in the Red Sea in the north. Thence they carried by land and the nearest port in the Mediterranean Arabian Gulf. So it's all about their trade from Tyre, the tyrants of Tyre. Okay, the Phoenicians. It's all in this book, guys. The Phoenicians, motherfuckers. And more. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Yeah, it's more of the same about their expansion of trade and commerce. We're all living under. Your roads are shipping lanes. And also this idea, it was a $500 book, this is, guys. It's Victoria Chronicles of Mighty Deep. Absolutely amazing. It's the sea, its ships and sailors. But like you can download some pictures of it. So that was me the other day. Excuse me. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it for now. Frat of British. Still you? Yeah, bye guys. Okay. The book. Everyone keeps asking me, which book? Which book? It's going to come in soon. It's just all legal bullshit at the end. And then doing, then it'll be all done and dusted. Just polishing up now. Okay, guys. So I've got like many pre-orders. please be patient, okay? I've had right shit on Fire British, you know, channel after channel, everything else, and this got hacked, okay? Like to fuck, by like military style fucking bug. It took days and days to clean up and still got bugs. So my book got splattered and had to be put back together again, guys. You know, fucking nightmare. Mum. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go through these because of the fucking time aspect and the fact that my Gallica won't load up. But it's beautiful Mexico. I wish I could present to. Just won't play this computer. Anyway. So. A little bit more classical music. I'm going to show you some pics. Okay, and I'm coming back now. It's fucked up. Okay. But mud. Glorious mud. Okay. I'm going to be going shortly. Need to upload this. Okay, guys, coming back now. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed my vlogage. What we've been looking into is empires. Okay, there's plenty of links so you can see deeper into their iffy goings on of taking over civilization by force. It's just gangsters using evil and black magic as well. They use whatever fucking they can over humanity. Doesn't matter how many billions or millions are involved with these people. We just underestimate the scale and the size of the skank is all we do. Okay, not anymore. All is lies. Okay, so apparently I got told twice yesterday Owen Benjamin's into my shit. So I've been told by two different people who was talking to him that he watches it. So Owen, if you do watch it, fucking epic, mate. Look up, talk Mud Flood. Yeah, that'd be good. So yeah, apparently, so what else has been happening? I want to thank Cheryl Bailey for sending me basically herbal medicine, which I needed really, because basically I've been really struggling, but I'm on top now. I'm feeling irate and fan-fucking-tastic. So how's that, guys? Make sure to help me out if you can. Okay, people out there, it's not easy being moi. Okay, peace and love, be good. Make sure to sub, guys. All of you lot in chat, all my gang, my peeps, my fames, my friends, my family. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Okay, make sure to come back. Plenty more juices on the way. Enjoy. Okay, enjoy. Peace and love.